What inspired you to write, Florence?
I noticed that many children these days, they are not reading, and even if they know how to read, they don't know how to read, and they don't have an interest in reading. So by writing these books, I wanted to make sure that they not just learn to read, they will also develop an interest to keep on reading. If you go to a bookshop today, pick any one of the holidays, weekends, you can see where the crowd is, whether the crowd is in the park, just sitting down and walking about, or are they in the bookshop. Even statistics have shown that not many children are actually buying books to read. So there's a big problem these days, because children, they feel they read is sufficient so that they can just sit for exams, pass the exams and come out of it. But they're not actually getting involved in reading. They don't know what to read, where to read, or even how do they get books to read. So these things are lacking a lot in our society. My books, the Mom I Can Now Read program has got 5 methods incorporated in it. Phonics is one of it. Look and read is one of it. But phonics and look and read or sight words, they have some drawbacks. So to overcome the drawbacks, we use 3 other methods as well. What I do here is, if the children will just learn to read words with phonics or even sight words, words alone do not make sense. What we do here is, the words they read, we incorporate them in stories. So for example, if they learn words like fat, cat, bat, those words, when you incorporate them in stories like fat cat sat on my lap, fat cat had a good nap, these words make sense. So the reading process becomes quicker and faster. Children pick up words when it makes sense rather than words related to pictures alone. So this helps them. So there were 60 over stories. So each group of words they read, we associate them with stories which is specially written. With that, they build up the interest in reading. I have gone to the bookshops, but there are many books where the theories are isolated. Here what I did, because I gathered all the phonics words and also did my own research, words that cannot be read, common words which cannot be read through the phonics method, you use the sight words. For example, blood, flood and poor. Okay, you can't read these words using the phonics method, because phonics method, when you see a double O, it gives a different sound, whereas blood has got a different sound. So these words you group together and you teach them differently. And as the reading process goes, we also teach children how to read words as a word, not by reading the letters, because children are supposed to read word, not letters, as they advance. So at level 3 and level 2 and level 3, children will start reading words, and we also teach them how to read the words fast. So many activities in these books are written in that manner. This will help to build a foundation in reading. My books are sold in Borders. You can get a copy of them at Borders in Gardens. By end of this month, I think it will be also distributed in other branches of Borders. You can get them there. We also give these books to preschools and some to charitable organizations. These books are sold for 195, the worksheets. The stories and rhymes is sold for 150. These are the stories and rhymes. There are 5 books here. There are about 60 over stories here. So if you look at the stories from level 1A, level 1B, then we have level 2A, level 2B, and level 3. These 5 books are sold for 150 at Borders. So these worksheets have got lot of interactive activities, such as coloring, spot the difference, and also where they will learn the words in the group. Basically 4 years and above, and for any child who doesn't know how to read, they can buy these books.
And how soon can progress be seen or noted after using these books?
For younger children, maybe a bit longer time, because they will need to grasp the
When you
words.
say younger, what do you mean by younger?
2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. But older children, like 6 years old, usually within a month they can read. They can in fact finish the book. A month or 2 months, if they're doing it every day. In fact, it comes like this. The 13 says level 1 we have got 2, level 2 I've got 8, and level 3 I've got 3 worksheets.
So all this is priced at 195. 195.
Yes. These books were actually the first book I printed 10 years ago. The second print was 2010. Most children, like from the poor area, they don't have money to buy books. There's one NGO called Child. Also, I've done a program there with them. I've taught the teachers how the book is used, but they have issues like cost. The children who come to the kindergarten, they only pay about $30 per month. Books are donated to them, but it's not sufficient. Not enough to build a foundation in reading. So with the work that Mr. Baldev and his partner is doing, I hope that we can actually provide them with the materials. So with the materials, they will see the reading process goes a bit faster.
Have you actually visited the Orang Asli
I've done a program for the child center in Kulim.
Kulim? When was this?
This was last year, I think August.
Do you want to continue with this type of activities in the
Yes, I'm planning to do. The 1 year before that, I did another charity program also, where we also donated books to the refugee children, migrant children, and some Christian-based organization. So we have given them, but these groups, they had older children who didn't know how to read. Teachers, we have done the program, we did it for 2 days, and the 2 days itself is sufficient to teach them how to use the book, because I'll teach them the psychological element. The book itself is a self-working book, but how a child actually reads the book, how the eyes is looking at the book, what is helping the child to understand the words, that I do that in my 2-day program.
And why you're not walking along with Baldev and his buddy to Cameron Highlands?
Well, I need the stamina. I think what they're doing is such a good thing. It takes a lot of effort to walk, and I can't imagine how they're going to walk uphill, and I think they're going to walk 50 kilometers per day. I think walking uphill is a very big challenge for them. I mean, for me to walk to my next door shop itself, I feel very tired. Have you ever tried walking? What is the furthest distance you have actually walked? For me, I think going to a shop which is just about 2-3 meters away itself, I think I'll take my car and drive there. But I think today, what Baldev and Javinish is trying to do is they're trying to walk 50 kilometers per day so that they can help children out there to learn how to read. There are many children out there who can't read. This walk for charity will help these children to read. And they're not just walking on a straight road, they're walking all the way up to Cameron Highlands. Try walking uphill. I've tried walking uphill in even Bukit Gasing, and I know the difficulty in walking. But I think walking all the way up to Cameron Highlands is such a big challenge. And yet you're doing this just to help poor children out there to learn how to read. With this, I hope you will look at their effort and help them by donating for the walk for charity and help other children to read.
Well, we call this walk a charity walk, and we are here to help the poor who can't afford to get this kind of books, this kind of good books to improve in their studies. We plan to start on the 24th of April, and it's going to be like a week's walk. So we'll be reaching, hopefully if everything goes on well, we'll be reaching Camerons on 1st of May.
Where is your departure point?
It'll be from Sentul, KL.
Pit stops, we'll be starting our walk in the morning, and we will try to cover 50 kilometers in a day. We plan to put up a night in Tanjung Balai, which is 50 kilometers away from Sentul, and then after that Tanjung Balai to Tapa side, and just a few more places. Highlands, our final destination will be Tanah Ratah.
I hope you will appreciate their effort in walking all the way up to Cameron Highlands, because it's not an easy road. Walking uphill is, like I said earlier, it's such
Also
a very risky, and cars will be coming up, going down and all that. So they're taking the trouble just to send the message across that it matters to them that there are many children out there, deserving children who can't read, and they want to reach out to these children by doing this walk. With this, I hope you would appreciate their effort and help us to support them in this walk for charity.